This is Ibrahim Haidari, one of the oldest fishermen villages at the coastal belt of Karachi. The socio-economic problems of the coastal area paint a grim picture. Education and health systems are in a shambles. There is not enough drinking water. Transport and electricity facilities are non-existent. Fishing is all they know and the only work they want to do. They are the sons of the sea. A typical day of a fisherman begins at 3 in the morning. Other team members join at the pier, where they quickly load rations for cooking fish on board. Shortly after 3, they head out for their fishing grounds, which takes about an hour or two, depending upon the nature of the catch. Together they deploy the nets and then wait until noon. Meanwhile, they keep themselves busy with little chores on board. By midday, fishermen begin hauling in the nets and sort out the catch.
इसमें सब मछली आती है, हर मछली आती है, केकड़ा आता है, शोडी, फरा, झींगा, सब मछली इसमें आता है। ये इसका फ्राई करते हैं, फिर वो मुर्गियों का दाना बनाते हैं। बड़ी मछली जो है वो खाने के काम आती है।
As ice is not freely available, fishermen head for nearby islands to dry their catch and repair the boat and fishing nets. According to local fishermen, there are as many as 300 islands along the coastal belt of Sindh. For local fishermen of Karachi, Buddu and Bundal serve as an offshore landing ground. The combined area of the islands is around 8 kilometers, while the width varies from a maximum of 4 kilometers in the north to about 1 on the southern tip. There is a thick growth of mangroves at the north end of the islands, which are home to several bird species, jackals, dogs, and camels. Unlike real offshore islands, they are not rocky but sandy. According to the IUCN, they can hardly be considered proper islands, for they were formed by the deposition of silt brought down by the mighty Indus or its distributaries. For the past so many years, fisherfolk from the Indus Delta had also been making Buddu and Bundal their seasonal abode. At the end of the year, whole families of fishermen would migrate here to exploit the bounty of the sea. They lived in makeshift huts.
हिते सर इलाही टाइम थी वियो 25-30 साल थी विया आहिनि असांखे हिते इलाही असांजो रोज़गारु आहे असांखे इलाही टाइम थी वियो ऐं असांजा ॾाॾा परॾाॾा सभु हिते छा ग़रीब माण्हू गुज़र त खपे छा कंदासीं।
Local fishermen living on the Twin Island for decades lost their houses in a massive crackdown launched last year by the broadcasting authorities. They have now built these tiny huts as a means of camouflage. It paints a sorry picture against the high-rise buildings proposed to be built here in the near future. In November 2006, these migrant fisherfolk were evicted from Buddu and Bundal in the wake of a massive development work. Some 50 makeshift huts were demolished in the process. Besides the seasonal visiting fishermen, there is also one family of permanent residents on the Bundal island. Baba Adam and his wife Rahimi, who both claim to be centenarians. However, Rahimi Bibi seems to be in late 80s, living in abject poverty with her sons and grandchildren. The old couple rarely venture so far as Ibrahim Haidari. And it was one of the unusual days. Baba Adam had been taken to a hospital in Ibrahim Haidari.
कुछ नहीं है इधर पड़ी जाके दुए में 4 किलो कुंडी पोकिन तक गुजारे दुफाना में जरी डोली बीरा या से के अच्छा से आलो कौन की.
In October 2006, the elderly people came to know that their home island had been sold to a company in Dubai. Ever since, they have shown a strong resistance against the construction plans. They are still adamant that the project would be completed over their dead bodies.
मुझे जब भूल हो गया आया तो आए I did to her. I live in another subject. God, he had a job right.
Time is running out, however, and its passage is creative and destructive in measure at the same time. The exodus of the fishermen and the destruction of their poor abodes has shown the elderly couple the power of the state in the face of the powerless. As it happened before in the case of those affected by Port Qasim and Marina Club, these too may also quietly go wherever their fellow fishermen will take them to live out their last days in peace. Farhan Jamalvy, Dawn News, Karachi.